I got it boiling, so that's good. So today we're going to talk about what's inside this shapeways box and check out those metal swords. Before we do, though, I had 2 questions people asked. So I'm going to answer those questions quick right off the bat. We're waiting for people to join. So let's go ahead and cover the first question. And the first question is, in the new Revelation figure, the joints are sticking on these legs. So you try to open them, you can see it's super tight. If you try to move them left and right or forward and back, it'll end up breaking that little pin in there. So the way you fix this, it's pretty easy, is basically you just take some hot water, happen to have some right here, and you just drop the figure in there. Bloop. Make sure his hips are in there too. Hey Mickey, thanks for joining us. And then just let it sit in there for about a minute. The other question somebody had for me is the fist removable in Fisto? So we'll go ahead and try that at the same time. Same thing. Let's just pull the arm off and drop it in the hot water. And we'll see if we can't get that fist to come off. And we'll just set this aside for a minute while that all heats up. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the swords. So I finished my Revelation sword. Here it is right here. And you can see that it is the same length as the Revelation sword that we got with the figure. Now, of course, the design is like the Classics design. So you'll see the bottom half of this is the same size and shape as a Classic sword. It's just the blade has been stretched out to work for Revelations, and the handle's been thickened up to work for Revelations as well. Now, I do have this available in metal as well if you wanted to order it. The link's at the bottom in the description. All right, let's go ahead and pull these out and see if we can't take the fist off on Fisto. And not quite hot enough. I can see, though, it does pull off, though. It just needs some more heat. I hate to drop it in the water, though, and have to fish it out later. Oh, and for He-Man, once the legs are hot, now they move freely. And if you want, you could put some kind of lubricant in there so it doesn't get caught again. But you can see it's got those rough spots on there that cause the legs to stick. Once you heat them up, though, they'll now move freely. All right, and here's how that sword looks in his hands. You can see it looks pretty good in his hands. All right, so let's go ahead and open this box and check these out. Oh, here's how the sword fits in the Classics and the vintage He-Man's hands too. It's a little tight in his hand, but you can get it in there. It's actually made for Origins, which is a little bit larger size hand than vintage, but you can get it in there. All right. So let's go ahead and open the box. The box of power. Okay, it's not the box of power, it's just the box. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. I'm going to take your guys' comments. Hey Rogue, it's going great. Thanks for joining us. Oh, hey Ethan, thanks for joining us. David, thanks for being here too. Let me go and add my light on here. And get my scissors out. And let's get this open. I'll open from the bottom. What the heck? Burp. Now, I've not seen these look like myself, so I'm seeing these the first time as you guys are. I just put the blue tape on the front to cover up any personal information that I had on the front because I couldn't get the label off the tape. I'll check in here first for invoices so I don't accidentally show stuff. So if the legs have the same problems, just take and pull the leg off completely. Once you heat it up, you can pull the leg off pretty easily. And then once you get it off, you can just put either powder inside of it or something else. Now it's cooled a little bit already, but if it's still hot, I can just pull that leg right off. If you need to see how to do it, oh, there we go. So then you could add like some kind of lubricant in there or something else if you want to, either powder or some kind of grease or oil, and then just put it back on. And then it won't have that problem anymore at all. So there you go. All right, let's get to opening these. This is the part I'm waiting for. So the first thing is the stands I got for the birds. And I just ordered these in blue. And the way I ordered these, I get them so they're attached. It cuts down the price. And so that's why I have the 2-pack or the single pack. Normally I take some nice little wire cutters and cut these, but I'll come back and cut them better later. Let's just get them off for now. And this one I put the attachment piece on the bottom so it doesn't quite cause as much as a problem. Up here it kind of stinks because you have a little white spot right there. You're going to have to clean up some blue. But let's see how that fits on there. Ta-da! And there you go. Now he can have his cool bird stand up higher. So he can have his bird. Now if I remember right, this was actually the sorceress he turned into a crystal version of his bird. Or like sorceress turned into crystal. But in case you decide to play it in storyline or something else, you want to pose them, that's pretty cool. Alright, and that's available on my shapeways, also in the link. Let's keep digging in this box and see what else we got in here. Return label. Oh, here they are. Look at that. Hey, pretty lady. What? Can you grab that off the printer for me and bring it to me? I forgot to grab that printout. Yeah. Thanks. All right, so I got 3 classics ones. Oh no, 2 classics ones, and then I got, yeah, here we go. Here's a classics one. Here's an origins one. You can see the size difference in them. And then here is the classics one as well. Oh, thank you so much. And I got the types of materials here so I can compare them and show you what they are, so you can figure out what all of them are. So 2 of these I got the same for classics and origins, and the rest are all different. Wow, those are kind of sharp. They are a lot rougher than I was hoping for. That kind of stinks. They show them all nice and shiny on the picture, and it's cool with their metal, but it stinks that they're so rough. See if I can see that texture on there of the printing. So I'm going to try to sand these later and see if I can get them to look smoother than that. I'm not sure why they look like that, because the blue versions look really smooth. On the computer they're super smooth. So I'm kind of bummed out a little bit. I was hoping for a little bit shinier looking, almost like a jewelry or something. Here's the black matte one, I'm guessing. And here, oh, this must be the black matte one. Must be the shiny black one. Wow. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all of them. All right. So I'm supposed to have a polished nickel, and for both the classics and the regular. So I'm guessing that's this right here. See, they look like they're the same. Those look pretty cool. And then I'm supposed to have a matte steel black. That's this one right here. So you can get what they look like if you decide to order your own. And then I'm supposed to have a polished bronze silver steel. That's this one right here. And then last is supposed to be metal polished bronze black steel. That's this right here. So those are all the types. All right, see your guys' comments. Yeah, they're not supposed to be painted, so they're supposed to be actually coated metal. I'm hoping to use something on them to see, because that just stinks the way they came out. I just wish they were smoother looking. But one of the questions people had was, can their arms hold them up? So let's go ahead and see. Let me put this in there. And yep, you can definitely hold the metal sword up. That's like, it looks kind of cool. I'm guessing the white stuff in there is the polish they used. So I'm thinking if I clean that really good, it may not be quite as noticeable. That is heavy though. It does make them kind of front heavy a little bit, but that is so cool. It's a nice solid. Let's see what it does in his back. Burp. Ta-da! And it's nice as it's a full sword on both sides. So that's cool too. Alright, now I did not get one printed in the Revelation one because I just made the Revelation one last night, and I don't plan to. So let's go ahead and try the Classics one. Let's take out the metal one first. And here is the Classics metal sword. There we go. Now if you turn his hand a little bit, it does kind of get a little heavy, and it does kind of fall because of the weight, because the Classics one's heavier than the Origins. So you can see kind of how it fits on there. That just stinks. I hope that when I polish it out, it looks a lot better. That's a bummer. For those of you that ordered ahead of time, hopefully you're happy with them. I'm not as happy as I thought I would have been, but maybe when they polish them out, they'll look better. Let me know what you guys think. Well, James Sheaf says it looks really good. Handheld Havoc says that looks awesome. Jeff says cool swords. I guess you do have the power now. Thanks, Randy. Yeah. Oh, that's just crazy how heavy they are. It's so cool. That part is cool about them. Let's see if it fits in his back without ripping the armor off. Hey, it does. So, if you want these metal swords as well, they are in the link down below. If you click the link to get the metal swords, I have all 3 of them on there. Just make sure you're looking for the right ones. And here, let me just show you. That'd probably be the easiest way. Set that aside. All right, so go to my iPad. If you go to he-bro.com, he-bro.com, once you're on he-bro.com, you can click the Shapeways store. And there it is, He-Bro's Toys. And there are the 3 swords right there. Let me turn it sideways, I might show more of the description. So you got the sword for Classics, the sword for Origins, and the sword for Revelations. And pretty much you can tell by the price, you know, obviously the Classic sword's bigger, the Origin's a little smaller, and then the Revelations is a little larger. So you're looking at 25, 21, 27 plus shipping. So I would suggest getting something else too while you're on here, just because the price is so much. So, wow. I cannot believe how the Shapeways prices just keep going up. So there's the Dungeon Fix if you guys want to pick that up too, or some Origins Trap Jaw for the Origins for your Trap Jaw, some extra weapons from to use. The Yucker's Hat. And the crazy thing is, I don't know what's going on with the Yucker's Hat. People have been buying these lately. I mean, it is a cool hat, but I'm just surprised people are spending $16 on a Yucker's Hat. It is cool, though. All right, so I got lots of stuff on my Shapeways store. This is really cool. I love this piece right here. This is actually, a longer hook for grabbing the snakes instead of the one he comes with normally. So there it is. Usually I get it printed in yellow and then paint it gold. It is cool. When you do paint it yourself, don't ever paint the piece right here on the end that hooks on, because that part you want to keep unpainted so it doesn't change the size of it. All right, I will stop checking out my store. You guys know where it's at. You've been there before. If you want to find me on Facebook, go to the same looks. I bought the Yucker's hat and the stand for him. Orko, very nice to make an extra character. Cool. Well, thanks, Video Fox, for letting me know. I was wondering who was buying those. I'm like, who's paying that much money for those? I appreciate you doing that. It does help support the channel. I make a few bucks off each sale, so that's cool. And the sales don't ever go through me. They actually always go just through Shapeways. They print them, they mail them. I just get a little kickback when you guys buy from them because of being the designer. All right, let's see if this fist comes off. Ooh. Wow, that is really stuck on there. There we go. Hooray, his fist does come off. So I'll go ahead and post that to that guy so you can watch this video. But it's a big difference. So trying to get it back on is kind of a pain too. All right, there you go, Fisto. All right, so I've had a lot of people ask for the clear blue swords. I have quite the plethora of them. Like I said, if you just want to get the blue ones, they are $5 a piece, regardless of the size you get, which is kind of funny because the sizes now are starting to vary quite a bit. So I have the Origins, the Classics, and the new Revelation one I just made. And like I said, they're $5 a piece, $5 shipping. Contact me on Facebook if you want them. And so if you order 10 of them, it's still just $5 shipping. So there you go. And of course the sizes, like I said, they do match pretty good. So here is the Origins one. It's the same size sword. There's the Revelation one. It's the same size sword. It's classic style. And then, of course, the classics is the same. Where is that faker? There he is. The classics is the same size as the classics. So there you go. Cool, cool. All right, let's see your guys' comments. Any plans for Origins Hebrew? Nope. No plans for Origins Hebrew. I'm not really planning on collecting Origins. I just got some because they're kind of cool. But as far as collecting them, I have no plans to actually make a full collection of Origins. I might be using pieces of them for customs, to make some other characters that are missing in classics. I like that the beasts are bigger. It'll make it easy to make some cool classic beast figures. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So that'd be cool. You know what? I did not try a metal sword in He-Man's hand. Actually, you know what? That actually fits better than the blue one did. That's kind of cool. I have the power! Alright, I'll stop playing around with it. I'm looking forward to polishing these and see how they come out. Hopefully I can get rid of some of the residue on it and make it look even cooler. So we'll see. Did you custom make the head on the Origins He-Man? Never seen that before. No. This is the one he came with. That is his head that he comes with. I know I got lucky. I got one that's actually a pretty good one, so I was pretty happy about that. Oh, the Origins. This is the head from the 3-pack that came with PowerCon one year, and this was the Prince Adam head with the blue vest. So this was the Prince Adam head for Classics, and it was a Super 7-pack they made, and it came with him, Stratos, and cartoon version Trapjaw. And so I just took his head and stuck it on the Origins. I thought it looked way cooler. Looks more like the He-Man of the comics. So I like that head. So there you go. Yeah, Jeff, I might get some more. Any plans to change the boot on the new figures? Nope, I have no plans to change the boots on the new figures. You don't like the boots? What's wrong with them? What am I missing here? I think they're kind of cool looking. Let me know the problem. Or do you mean these boots on these figures? Let me know which ones you're talking about, Revelation or Origins. So I guess we got lots of new figures now. Yes, the classics are cool. It's funny, he's got to lean to hold that sword. The mighty sword. Alright. Well, you guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys joining me. It's the look, no, I meant on Revelations. Hi, Hebrew, like your customs. Greetings from Chile. Thanks for joining us, man. Do you know anyone who makes Filmation style sword for Origins? You know what? The best way to get a Filmation style Origin sword is actually to buy the Super 7 Filmation He-Man. I find if you get that one, now this right here is just the half sword right here, but these swords just look so cool, and they're already made for 5 1/4 inch guys. So that's what I use for when I want to do a Filmation thing. I just literally grab the Super 7 Filmation stuff, and I know this is on a classic He-Man right now, but it works also on Revelation well. And this is a half sword, so it's not the full one. But let me see if I happen to have one over here. Now, I personally like to use the ones that come with She-Ra, because She-Ra comes with 2 swords, and one has the blue circle and one does not, and they're both Filmation-y. So check this out. Because we know in the cartoon it's supposed to be a twin sword, right? It's supposed to be, the swords are identical. And with Origins, we got this little itty bitty yellow sword for She-Ra. It's not look much like a twin sword to He-Man sword. But there's Hebro. Anyway, so, but you can check it out. This is a sword from the Super 7 set that you can get with She-Ra. And that is very Filmation-y, and it's nice and thick, and it's got the jewel on it, and it has a shield. Now, of course, this head are the headdresses from somebody on eBay that my video, you can find a link to it. But the He-Man sword, if I can find it, I may have put it in the other room. Too much stuff on my table. Here's one I didn't alter yet. But you can just see how much better the Filmation sword from Super 7 works. Now, the handles are too small, so you have to use some sort of heat shrink tubing on the handles. This one right here is not the one that comes with She-Ra, though. It's the bigger one that comes with He-Man. Let me see if I can find the She-Ra one somewhere. Is that it? No. Too many figures, you guys. Yeah, I'm not sure where that sword ended up right now. Oh, well, next video I'll have to show you guys. I've shown you before in other videos. So, basically, I think getting the She-Ra pack, you get the two swords with it. They're supposed to be twin swords. They look the same. So one has a jewel, one doesn't. They're full swords. And they're the same size as this right here. And then just take and cut off the extra hilt that goes around it, and then put a piece of clear heat shrink tubing on it. And it works very well for putting in the figure's hands. So you can kind of see how that fits. And it's much more reminiscent of the cartoons. Way cooler. So there you go. Is it over here? Nope. That is so crazy. I don't know where I set that down at. Alright. Well, anyway. Sorry to make you go digging. That's okay, man. That is true, Video Fox. Those are the only swords that were actually made to be the same, which is so cool. You know, hang on, you guys. Go and look at this cool stuff on my table while I go check one more spot. I'll be right back. I'm going to dump this water while I'm at it, too. Oh, it's probably in the closet. Never mind. Oh, I can't find the sword right now. Sorry, you guys, but I think I know where it's at now. I think it's in my place where my 3D scanner is, because I think I tried scanning it one time with no luck. So that's probably where it's at. Alright, well, like, subscribe, tell your friends. I will see you guys next video. And again, if you just tuned in, I was showing off the cool new metal swords I got from Shapeways. They are nice, beefy, and heavy, They're not as fine detailed as I was hoping. They got some roughness in them. You can kind of see the shape of the 3D objects. I was thinking they'd be more polished out. I'm going to try to polish them myself to see what happens. But they still are cool. Just not as cool as I was hoping. Some of you guys still think they're cool. I heard you guys see in the comments what you said. And tell your friends. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Later, I'll be doing a video. I don't know if it's today or later on this week about fixing Rio Blast with the He-Bands. Because I found my Rio Blast sitting with his legs broken in the bin, waiting to be repaired. So we'll be fixing this guy together so you guys can see how to do it. All right. Thanks for watching. See you guys next video. Sure, David. Thanks for joining me. Yes, Billy God's just, or Super Saiyan Skeletor just sitting back there, chilling out, chilling with the villains. Thanks, David. Thanks, 373 Commander Ed. Oh, that'd been cool if the glove was like that, where it actually came off and on that way, but nope. Now you probably could hollow it out. You know, now it's cool so I can't take it off again, but you probably could take a Dremel tool and hollow it out inside there and make it so it works better. All right.